What would you say are the strengths of the front cover?
The strengths are that you have a good representation of Eminem in the image, right in the center of the actual magazine, and then you have the cover lines just located around the main focus, which highlights what the magazine is about.
Masthead here is clearly presented at the top of the page, just below the banner of all the names. This could be Star Appeal, as is like you've got 50 Cent, Tony Cent, but these are all worldwide known names.
I really like the masthead. I think because it like catches the audience's attention because of how big it is, and I like the fonts you've used from you know, to lay it out.
I really enjoy the colour scheme of the magazine, as the red and white really, it doesn't take away the concentration away from the main image and the star Eminem.
I also like the main image because I think it's eye-catching and it looks like it's an R&B magazine.
You also use colour differentiation from the important parts and the less important parts.
And then you also have your headline with the integrated logo within the letter I.
What do you think the improvements for my next issue would be?
I think your magazine front cover is pretty good overall, but if I had to pick an improvement, I'd say maybe give them more detail for the cover stories. So you've basically just given like a headline, but I want to read a bit more on the front page before I, decide to buy the magazine.
The convergence should be a lot more clear and bold, so people know where to find the magazine, perhaps online.
Maybe use a pen tool around the image, because it's just that you got writing just going over the image here. And maybe you can duplicate that web address and put it somewhere else on the page where you've got two websites where the audience can look for it.
The color of the white and the burgundy doesn't really match, so maybe you could change it up a little.
What would you say are the most eye-catching aspects of the contents page?
There are some eye-catching aspects, such as up here in the top left corner, you've got the date and the issue number of the magazine, which is well displayed. You've got the content just above the main image.
You have a good structure of what's included in your magazine. You have the 3 boxes here that show the features and what's coming up every month and your exclusives.
I like that your contents page has separators to divide your stories into categories, so it's easier for the audience to find what they're looking for.
The fact that it's split up into 3 sections.
Do you think the editor's letter creates a personal relationship with the audience?
I think it does, because you start off by saying what's going on, people, so you are using colloquial language, directing it to the people and linking them to the editor.
You've got the social media links here, followed by the editor's name and the Swiss Star magazine, which is the name of the magazine, which is clearly presented under the editorial message.
It tells you a bit about him, why he's done this.
Yes, I think it does, because firstly, you've used you use second person pronoun here. For example, you said make sure you keep up to date with a Swiss Star magazine, and I believe that this creates a personal relationship with the audience, and also makes them engaged with your magazine, making them want to read it more. And you've also got a picture of yourself here, which it helps the audience understand who they're talking to.
I've read the editor's letter, and straight away it says what's going on, people. This is common language used by lower age people, which is maybe related to your audience.
What would you say the improvements of the contents page would be?
The overlapping of Eminem's head over here and the title of the page can really be improved, because it shows lack of professionalism.
I think the only improvement that I would suggest is making the puff a bit bigger so it stands out more. So right now it just looks like any of the other stories, and it doesn't really, attract audience attention.
There are some improvements, such as your puff here is not that noticeable for the audience. If I was to do it, I would suggest to put it in the top right corner, maybe in a different colour, so it's the first thing the audience sees.
What would you say are the strengths of the double page spread?
Well, you have a huge image of Eminem over here with what it looks like a cutout. So it looks like a cutout from a magazine. And then you have the burgundy theme going on. So it contrasts with white, so Eminem sticks out and you can really see him.
First of all, I actually like this double page spread as it has actually engaged with me. The way you've used like the structure of the whole double page is really good. You've got here your main image, which is overlapped by the name of the character. And then the word exclusive presents that this is like some valuable information for the audience. Maybe it could possibly allow them to be social climbers.
I like the way you've divided your page into two parts, so like your picture and text on the other side, so audience are not just looking at lots of information, but they can, you know, have a picture to look at as well. I like the effects that you've used for your picture, so the torn out of effect around the image of Eminem to make it, you know, look more professional and stand out.
The questions are in red, whereas the answer in black. So it makes it really clear to the reader that what's the question, what's the answer, and
You also have a quote here in black and red showing clearly what it is. And also you have the big E for the start to represent Eminem.
Are there any improvements within my double page spread?
I think the only improvement I'd say is maybe the space around the main image, so it looks a bit plain. So maybe have two images or have the picture of Eminem a bit bigger just to cover up the space.
There are only some improvements I would make, such as maybe move this text up, allowing more space for any more information below. And you've also got, it says that if you're interested, you can check out the full interview of Eminem, an exclusive footage on our website. Maybe make that a little bit more noticeable for the audience by increasing the font and making it bold.
I think that you should have also probably moved this quote here just to the side, somewhere here in the image, because it's looking a bit blank on the sides, so you just have Eminem and then you don't have much written around him, so if you put this here, I think it would look a lot better.
the web address, yeah, again could be slightly bigger, so the reader can see where to find it.
Overall, would you be interested in buying my magazine?
Your magazine has attractive features to it, such as the colour continuity throughout the 4-page spread. The price is £1.50, which it's in my area, and I feel like I would be able to afford that. It's an R&B magazine, so it comes into my genre of interest. So yeah, I would definitely buy this magazine.
Despite me being a female and not being the primary audience for this magazine, I think it has all the elements to like attract females as well. So for example, the artist featured in the magazine would interest me and I would want to read more about it. So yeah, overall I think I would buy this magazine.
Yeah, I think I really enjoy music, especially the rappers such as Eminem, which is really popular in your magazine as shown, and I would really be interested in buying your magazine, trying something different.
Overall, would you be interested in buying my magazine?
I think I would be interested because R&B is my thing, and I also like visual images, which show right here in the 3 pages. And also, it's easy to read. You have your sections there broken down for you, and then you have your contents page, which shows what you're gonna see in the magazine, and you have a really good front cover, which is visually pleasing and attractive.